Hey everyone, this is a quick rundown of the Midjourney updates from February. V8 is expected to release any day now. Over the last couple of weeks, Midjourney has asked the community to participate in 5 different image ranking parties. These help the team fine-tune things like aesthetics and image quality, and it's a great way for the community to participate in helping to shape the final model. V8 is expected to have much better text rendering, image and body coherence, and prompt adherence. Some of the guides and mods who have been testing V8 say that they're able to get results that they've never been able to with previous models, so that sounds promising. V8 will also come with a new optional 2K resolution mode alongside the standard 1K. Midjourney's founder and CEO shared some example 2K images at a recent office hours, and the quality looked really impressive. The 2K mode will be about 6 times more expensive than 1K, so you probably won't want to have it turned on for everything. It's also expected that V8 will have real-time previews, though they haven't mentioned this recently, so I'm not sure if it will be available at release or if that will come later with the Create page overhaul. And let's talk more about exactly what to expect at release. So V8 will not be the default model right away, so to use it, you'll need to switch to it in your settings or add --V8 to your prompts. V8 will likely only be available to use with fast mode at first, since they aren't sure what the demand will look like and whether they'll have enough server capacity. They do have new servers coming online in the next month or so, which should open up relax mode for V8 after that. Features expected at launch include SREF, mood boards, personalization, stylize, aspect ratio, and possibly the EXP parameter. You will be able to use your V7 SREF codes in V8, and they'll update the SREF system at a later time. They aren't sure if Weird or Chaos will be available right away. Other things not available at launch include Relax mode, Turbo mode, Draft mode, Tile, the No parameter, Image blending, and Omni reference. Most of these will come later. The Omni reference feature as we know it, though, will not exist in V8. Instead, it will be replaced by more powerful editing features in the new editor, which we'll talk about in a moment. Needless to say, I am really excited to start testing V8. As with any new model, we can expect the prompting style to be a little bit different, but a lot of the fundamentals should be similar to what you're used to in V7. If you're looking to get a solid foundation in prompting with Midjourney, I just released my first Midjourney course. I'm really proud of it and will be updating it throughout the year. So if you like my teaching style, stick around to the end to learn more. Midjourney has been developing a new edit model alongside V8. With the new editor, we should be able to give it 1 or more images plus written instructions, and it will make the edits for us. And things like consistent characters and objects are expected to work much better and with greater accuracy compared to using OREF and V7. It's not clear yet if there will be a standalone retexture feature in the new editor or if that will just work through the instruction-based editing. The edit model is expected to be released in multiple phases, with the first release in less than a month from now. So if you're wanting to work with consistent characters in V8, you'll probably have to wait a few weeks for that. Next, we have a new system for creating personalization profiles. To create a new personalization profile, go to the Personalize page and click New Profile. You'll see a box show up that says Continue to Unlock. Click that to start the process. So previously we selected from pairs of images to unlock a new profile. Now we have a scrolling grid interface instead. Start by picking images that you like. As you keep scrolling and selecting images, you can track your progress in the upper right. The grid will continue to update with new images as it learns more about what you like. And as it builds your profile, it's also taking into consideration all of the images that you don't select. Once you've unlocked your profile, you can click Try It Now to head to the Create page and test it out, or you can continue selecting images to further refine your profile. You can also use this new interface to refine any of your existing V7 personalization profiles. I've been testing out this new process and I do like it better than ranking one image pair at a time like we did before. You can set up a new profile much more quickly, and I think it's going to be less confusing for a lot of people, especially if you were previously skipping a lot of image pairs. Try it out and let me know what you think. The Style Creator received another update last month. This one affects how you begin a Style Creator session. Previously, we were able to start from a text style description or an SREF code, which then biased the initial image grid in the Style Creator. They removed the ability to start from a text description and improved the ability to search and select SREF codes to start from. I have some mixed feelings on this update. I do think it makes it much easier to find and search for srefs that you want to use to bias your initial image grid. However, in my previous testing, using a text description more strongly biased the initial image grid, and so I was able to get to a style that I wanted much faster compared to starting from an sref code. That said, the same image selection principles that I shared in my style creator tutorial last month still apply even after these changes. So if you're feeling lost on how to use the style creator, go watch that video. The style creator will continue to evolve and is expected to be merged into the new create page interface eventually. Last month, we talked about the Niji 7 model release. Now you can use personalization and mood boards with Niji 7. That new scrolling grid interface for personalization is not available for Niji 7, so you'll be using the older image pair ranking process here. To get started, go to your personalized page and scroll down to Niji 7 profiles, and you'll see a space for your global profile. Click it to start ranking image pairs. You'll need to rank at least 200 image pairs to unlock your profile. Then you can add it to your Niji 7 prompts by clicking this button here. Or on the Create page, just make sure that you have Niji 7 selected as your default model and personalization is turned on with your global Niji 7 profile selected. Your old Niji 6 personalization profiles will work with V7, so if you have an old profile that you really like, you can try it out. Omni-reference will not be coming to Niji 7. The new edit model that I mentioned earlier will handle that functionality. Niji 7 will be a short-lived model. Niji 8 could be out within the next month and should have that new scrolling grid for personalization profiles. Next, we have a few other models and updates to discuss. After V8 and the editor are released, Midjourney may start working on a new image upscaler and a new video model. The V2 video model would likely arrive sometime this summer and have better camera control, higher quality, and audio. The V9 image model could come out rather quickly within the next 4 to 6 months. It is expected to finally have the expanded dataset, which could mean a smarter and more knowledgeable model. The Rooms page has been removed from the Midjourney website. It will be replaced with new social and collaboration features in the future, though there is not a timeline for this at the moment. A major overhaul to the Create page workflow will happen throughout the year. Parts of it should start rolling out soon. Before I wrap up, I want to let you know that I just launched my first Midjourney course. This is a 2-hour video course with 6 modules and more than 30 lessons. It's a structured, easy-to-follow beginner course that takes you through all of the basic prompting functionality, how to use the different buttons, tips and examples for getting Midjourney to listen and understand what you want, the basics of core features such as style references, and much more. You can get it for 40% off through March 4th. I will be updating the course throughout 2026 with new information as new models and features are established. I've worked really hard on this behind the scenes over the last few months. I'm really proud of it, and I wouldn't have been able to do this without the support of my YouTube viewers and especially my Patreon community. And if you'd like me to put together an advanced course or a course on a specific feature such as style references, let me know down in the comments. I do these wrap-up videos every month, so if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and maybe even joining my Patreon community. Every month, I release detailed prompt guides, exclusive tutorials, and demos of new features. For the price of 1 coffee, you get access to my now 19 monthly prompt guides and more. Last month's guide focused on whimsical surrealism and video prompts for camera motion. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.